Hi, so here I am, overalls. I've decided to. I was going through so many jeans and so many t-shirts, and I was just getting all the little fiberglass bits in them. And even if you wash them, they just don't come out. You put a t-shirt on after it's being washed, and you still feel the prickles. So I decided to invest in a pair of overalls, a couple of pairs, looking all professional. Might look like I know what I'm doing. Um, So the stage I'm up with about now, I've actually got loads of stuff ordered and it's all been delivered. So I've got my steering, the steering wheel, the steering rack, and the flex. I've got the all the electrics that I need, all the wire. What else have I got? I've got the paint. I said that before in the last video. I've got the paint, and all I need now is to put this bulkhead in. So what I've done with this, I've actually I sealed it with some resin, and I put the tissue, the fiberglass finishing tissue, and I just put that on it to see what it would turn out like, because in most cases you can just paint the wood with the epoxy paint or whatever you've got, but I always wanted to put a seal on it, instead of using fiberglass. I was looking to see if I could use a tissue instead. Now actually that soaks up just as much resin as the fiberglass does, so there's no saving to it, but I don't know if you can see, but actually it gives actually a nice hard coat, which is like a perfect coat for the paint. So yeah, I might do that again actually, on other bits of wood that I've got. Basically the idea was just to get rid of the tissue because I didn't want to use it. It's an absolute nightmare to use, and although I'm getting better with it, it's still horrible to work with, so I just want to get rid of it. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to cut out a door. That's going to be the cabin door. We'll obviously shape it, draw it out nice and neat, and between the two edges I want like a lip, so I want that to go sort of round like a lip. So this is going to be the door, that's going to be this bit, the edge, and I'm going to fiberglass a bit round, but in actual fact that's going to be the sides. That's the door, and now I just have to put a bit of fiberglass there basically all the way around, and then that'll give me a lip, so therefore any water that hits the door will then run off. put a thin blade on the router. It makes going around corners much easier. I had a bit of 80mm MDF, 2 bits of board. I wonder what to do with it, and it was used to go under the bed, but we didn't need it, so I ended up making a tool storage, which actually it's the best thing I've done for ages. Good bit of storage. Right. Looking good. What I've decided to do is make a smaller version of this to put on as a frame, like a picture frame effect, so it automatically sticks out. You see what I mean in a minute. Lazy man's countersink. What I'm doing here, this is the inside of the door, and I've put a small layer of filler just in the corners here, just so it makes it a rounded corner. What I'm going to do now is put a layer of this tissue, which the idea of this tissue is supposed to go on top of existing fiberglass, but what I've found is when you paint wood, it still doesn't give you that 100% seal that I'm looking for. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this layer of tissue over it, which is basically a very thin layer of fiberglass really, and then once it's dried, it'll allow the wood to contract and expand, but without compromising the waterproof integrity. That's the theory anyway. Well, cut a little bit too much out in the end, but that's alright, because I'll just plaster that in. I'd get it out of that. Now I've glassed the bulkhead to the hull. Now on the other side there's a gap, so I'm filling in this in with polyester filler, and then once it's filled and dried, I'll then put a layer of glass on this side to tab it in from both sides, so basically it's a nice solid joint. I'll be doing this filling on the other side as well, just to sort of smooth the edges off before I paint it. That's it all sealed inside and out and fitted. All I've got to do now is have one big sand, so sand everywhere, all the surfaces, and put some either paint or top coat on top, and that's actually the cabin finished, as far as structural modifications go. Going to sand all the floor off. Let's say floor off. I'm just going to sand it down to take the top coat of flow coat off, like the wax additive, and grit it with some paint sand that I've got that you can put in flow coat, and then I'll paint over it again. On top of that, give some smooth edges, but you'll see what I mean when I do it. Just rather than the whole surface gritted, I'm just going to have squares on the deck itself. But actually, that's everything done in here really that I need to do as far as the structure goes, which is good. I've just put another coat on the floor there, and I've glassed the other side of this in, so there's a little bit of work to do on the front. I'm going to put some wood trim on these two shelves so I can hang stuff from them, and just painting the inside of that now. Again, it needs to be sanded all down. That'd be an horrible job thinking about it, but